So let's talk about the three ways to improve your confidence when you're actually day trading and the easy way. Now, I'm telling you, just to be upfront with you, if you implement these three ways exactly from a mindset perspective, this will dramatically change how you do trading and how you think about trading. Um, and these three ways, if you don't adopt these, I guarantee, because this is what I've seen over my years of actually educating and teaching and coaching and helping people, without these three ways actually being utilized, trading is a lot harder because you don't fundamentally understand these concepts. So if you're not consistently profitable, you need to adopt at least one of these. I'm telling you, and it will dramatically change your results. So if you're not profitable, listen up. So step number one, stop over trading. In a sense, but basically what that means, because most people do not realize they're over trading, they don't realize they're over drinking until you're actually drunk. And from a trading perspective, you're drunk, which means you blew up your entire account and you've lost all your money. So I'm trying to prevent you from accidentally having a very bad habit. And I'd argue losing all your money might be a little worse than getting drunk. So, depending on what you do. But over trading basically means that you need to, over trading is trading multiple times a day. I'd much rather you be right once a day rather than 5 times a day, because trading 5 times a day is outrageous unless you just know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, which means you're not consistently profitable, you need to take one trade. There's no sense in you doing something that you don't understand of how to be right about multiple times. You need to figure out, okay, how can I win today? How can I win tomorrow? How can I win the next day? So on and so forth, but just one time. So let me show you what that looks like. Trading once a day looks like this. If you're familiar with my strategy, this is a major supply zone. If you're not, check out my other videos. But this is a major supply zone. It basically amounts to, hey, when something comes back up to tap this thing and starts pulling backwards, you take the trade on SPY, and this is the 5 minute chart. So this is basically literally zone started over here on the 5 minute chart, a few minutes earlier in the day, came back around, and it tapped it again, and then started pushing down. This is the only trade most people should be taking. It's the easiest trade, it's the easiest setup, it's the easiest win. And this will build your confidence because you're thinking, hey, man, I just made a profitable trade. You waited for it to set up, you waited for it to happen. I know what some of you all are thinking. You're like, okay, well, great, but how am I going to find it? That's just needle and haystack for SPY. Like, that doesn't happen. Cool. I mean, you could just draw the zone. You don't have to stare at the chart all day. Just go right below it, right click, click create an alarm, set your alarm right here. So that way, once the price gets above this price here on the yellow line, which means it's tapping the zone, your phone gets a notification and you come back and take the option put trade. Same day expiration contract, by the way. And you just take the trade to the downside. That's it. You don't stare at the chart all day, because if you stare at the chart all day, what are you going to end up doing? You're going to start psyching yourself out, thinking, okay, you know what? There's a call here. I mean, sorry, there's a put here, because technically, if I buy here and the market's going down because it tapped VWAP, I can technically look like I can make a put. Oh, the RSI. No, forget all that junk. What you don't, unless again you just love trading, you want to take 20, 30, 50 trades a day, it's not going to work. Taking more drinks does not help you become sober. Taking maybe one drink, once you get used to that, it will help. You don't need 20 drinks. Relax, calm down. You have an addiction. So to improve your confidence, remove the addiction. First, realize you have an addiction because you're trading too much. And you might have to think about, why am I trading so much? You might be trading too much because you might have a realization that, hey, I need this money because my spouse is going through chemotherapy next month. These are real things I get from people, by the way. So you need the money. If that's the mindset, you're going to mess it up. You need money that you can afford to lose, A, but B, you need money that you can play with so you can make more money. The best time to make money is when you have money and you don't need it, not when you need money and you don't have it. So trade less so you can earn more. With that being said, on that similar note, if I go back to the PowerPoint, go back to here, you need to, for an option two, to improve your confidence, win more trades by being way less greedy. This is a whole less is more principle, because the less is more. So if it's okay to take money off the table early. So again, if we go back to the chart here, and let's go to the 1 minute chart, because the trades happen on the 1 minute chart for my strategy anyway. And zoom in. to this area. Pull the chart up a little bit. Let me screen that out. Okay. So this is the trade, right? Over here, you'll buy hypothetically somewhere in here, right? Let me do a little circle for you. Buy somewhere in here, goes up a little bit and goes down. So the whole less is more principle. If you're buying here, everybody and their mom says, man, if I would have just known, I would have sold. Man, right here. Okay, that'd be great. But A, you're not going to know it's going to go down exactly right there. B, who cares if you don't catch the bottom? I've had students, we go back up. I've had students that'll buy here and the planned target is, hey, sell at VWAP. But I've had students that have an issue with holding on until the chart tells them to sell. So I tell them, okay, cool. As long as 2 candles go in your direction, sell it. Because realistically, that might be a 7% gain on an option contract that expires the same day. So I've had some people to be like, okay, went up again, they buy here, went up against them a little bit. Okay, it's at break even. 1, 2, boom, they're literally out like right here, give or take. That's all you need. This candle went farther, so they probably would have sold a little lower. That's all you. This is on average more than likely a 7% gain again. You don't need a lot. Yes, you could have sold here. Yes, you could have sold. Oh my God, I love this candle here, right? Or all of this. Okay, but it doesn't matter. The point of all this is for you to be profitable, not to be massively profitable. I'd much rather take consistent profitability versus massive profitability because I know it's more consistent. I can actually, I would imagine everyone listening to this, you want this to be your primary source of income. Yes? If so, let me know in the comment section below. Do you want trading to be your main source of income? Type a yes in the comment section if that's the case. Okay. If you typed yes, or if you're saying yes, then you don't want the huge moves. You don't want to sell down here. You want the smaller gains, 7 to 10 to 20 to 30%. And keep in mind, I said 30% because from here to here, this isn't 30, but from here to here, I've had students, they sold at the very, very bottom as soon as the tap VWAP. And if I remember correctly, it was about 25% of a gain. So when you think about it, it's still not small, but I'm telling you, you don't need all of this. Less is way more. And besides, the last thing you do want is a 100% gainer because once you go back and you make a quote unquote small 7% gain, you're going to feel like crap. And then the over trading is going to start again and your confidence is going to go lower because you were so big before. It's like if you earned millions and millions of dollars and then for some reason you can only earn a few $1,000s here or there. Beforehand, a few $1,000s here, that would have been amazing. But now you earn so much, it has a negative view on you, and you're like, if I could only earn another million. I'm telling you, you do not want the big money. That's the last thing you want. You want consistent profitability, which means you want the smaller money. So if you want to improve your confidence, go for the small money, not these huge gains. Screw it. If you get even a 1% gain, I want you to smile and have a huge smile and be extremely happy. Screw 100% gains, 50% gains, etc. Just be happy. That's how you improve your confidence. And last but not least, option number 3 is be just happy. Be just as happy about your wins as you are about your losses. Winning, in reality, in my mindset from a trading perspective, is following the strategy. It's not about being profitable, contrary to what almost I kind of said if you read between the lines. Because, let's go back to the chart. Let's say you bought here. The way my strategy works is that you'll have a planned stop loss here, so at the bottom of the zone, and you have a planned take profit down here, in this case at VWAP. Those are the only 2 places you can sell. Nothing more, nothing less. I could care less. So the reason why people struggle with trading is because they don't have a plan to say, hey, I buy here, boom, and I sell here, boom, or I sell here, boom. They just, okay, I'll sell at some point. I don't know where I'm selling. I'll sell. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know. That's not how you trade. You need planned entries, exits, and targets. So as a result, you need to only sell. Like if you have an issue with waiting, that's fine. Sell very quickly, as I mentioned. But if you're okay with how you should trade after a little while, you need to let the chart tell you what you need to do and wait for it to play out. Never sell other than that, unless again, you're just adapting the strategy a bit. So if the chart tells you, hey, I can get down to here and that's it, sell. Realistically, when you think about it, let's look at it. Let's look at the 1 minute candles. Zoom out a bit. And here we go. So the chart fell down. It was going down in a downtrend. Big green candle here. We'll ignore that guy for now. Comes down. It taps VWAP. Tap VWAP perfectly here. It went up a little bit from the green candles. If you didn't sell, you'd probably be panicking because, for instance, for 2 minutes, it's kind of going against you if you're in an option put. Comes back down. The circle. Taps it again. And then starts coming back up. This is the chart also telling you at this point in time for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. It's telling you I can't go lower at this point in time. I'm having an issue. I don't know about you. That would scare the crap out of me. So I would have been sold. There's no way I would actually hold through this plus that, because again, what if this candle was reversed and this dang thing with the same size was this one? And that happens. And we all know if you've traded, that happens. So if the chart's telling you something before or just trying to gamble, just get out of the trade. You do not want this to go against you. Don't be overly greedy. If you're overly greedy, you will lose your shirt. You will lose everything, unfortunately. So take money off the table early if you need to, but let's go back to it. So number one, stop over trading. Being right once is much better than trying to be right 5 times out of the week. Logically, from a numeric perspective, it just makes sense. It's easier to be right one time out of those 5 trades rather than trying to be right all 5 trades. The probabilities are against you. Option number 2, win more trades by being less greedy. Less is more. If you think a trade's going your way, you're making profit, but you like, hey, it's really gonna go towards this exact take profit, but you just need to build the confidence. That's fine. Take your profit. That's a win. In the back of your mind, the endorphins are going to start firing. You're going to be happy that you made a win. And the more wins you make, the more confidence you will have. And in part 3, be just happy about a win as you are about a loss. If you follow the strategy, being that you sell down at the profit or you sell at a stop loss, you need to smile no matter what, because the fact that you follow the strategy. If you follow the strategy, period, it saves you money from a stop loss perspective, because we all know most people let things fly way out of control. So to go back to it very quickly anyway, over here and zoom out, but go back to this guy. I'd much rather sell here or stop loss than not have a stop loss and sell up here. So I don't know about you. I would be very happy if I sold here for a small loss, because if we zoom in, check this out. If you're buying here, this is how much you're willing to gain because the profit target is VWAP. And then this is how much you're willing to lose. If you do not have a planned target, build it up, and you sell up there, I'll do it right here, all the way up there, hypothetically, because people let things run. At that point, you're saying you're willing to bet more money that over here versus how much you can gain. I'm telling you, your gaining potential, earning potential needs to be higher than your losing potential. And that way, no matter what, you'll be happy, because how many losses does this have to equate to be this one win? This, just eyeballing it, it's kind of small, so like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 4 trades. It's harder to lose with a strategy if you have plans. But all in all, that's basically, let's go back to the slide, 3 ways of how to improve your day trading confidence.